It's hard to know that when you put the uniform on to come to work, that it could be your last day.
Fallen Sandusky police officer Andrew Dunn is laid to rest. Good evening. I'm Laura Emerson. Sean Hegarty is off tonight. Here is the news for Friday, March 25th. Hundreds of law enforcement officials said goodbye to Officer Dunn in Sandusky this afternoon after he was killed in the line of duty last weekend. But it is times like this where officers think about losing their own lives. Here's Fox Toledo's Sharia Davis.
It's something that we've talked to our families about. We know it's a possibility, but every day it goes through our minds.
Officers say it's something they think about all the time, and mourning the loss of one of their own makes them think about their own lives.
As long as I'm in this uniform, I know that there's a chance that I could not go home that night.
The brave men and women in uniform were in tears today as they said goodbye to Officer Andrew Dunn. The Sandusky officer was shot and killed in the line of duty on Saturday after making a routine stop at the chapel in Sandusky. Hundreds of officers from all over Ohio showed their support, letting Officer Dunn's family know they're not in this alone.
We went through a similar situation just a few years back, so we know where they're at. We know that it's going to be a long recovery period for them, but with the family they have here today, we're there to assist them in getting through this and past it.
Calvary Cemetery was where Officer Dunn was laid to rest, and although most say they didn't know the husband and father of two personally, when one falls, it affects them all.
Through law enforcement, we all feel like we're brothers in arms, and it's one of the most tight-knit groups that you can get.
When I asked one sergeant today why should he continue to risk his life for others, he told me it's important for him to give back to the community, even if it means to protect someone else's life rather than his own. Sharia Davis, Fox Toledo News.
The man accused of fatally shooting Officer Dunn remains hospitalized. 50-year-old Kevin Randleman is recovering from gunshot wounds at the University of Toledo Medical Center. Authorities say Randleman shot Dunn after he was stopped on a bike near Firelands Memorial Hospital for not having any lights. Randleman is charged with aggravated murder, having a weapon while under disability, and not having a license to carry a concealed weapon. The charges also include two specifications: that the victim was an on-duty police officer and a gun was used in the commission of a crime. Those specifications allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty. Once Randleman is released from the hospital, he'll be taken into custody and held at the Erie County Jail.